I'm sure that many of you are sitting on your Minecraft Dungeons home screen wondering, what should I do now? I've beaten the game 3 times, I've unlocked the secret mushroom level, and I have nothing else to do but grind for emeralds in hopes of having enough for the next update. But I'll have you know that the next update, if you don't actually already follow Minecraft Dungeons on Twitter and you play the game, you probably should, because they give some good information on here. They don't post often, but they post some good information. It is coming out July 1st. Hopefully that excites you, because that is 3 days away. That excites me. And another thing that's really exciting is if you have the Hero Edition, you already get the DLC for free, essentially. But, you know, the Hero Edition is more money, but you already get the DLC for free, which is really nice. And also, I haven't seen any of these yet, so I'm gonna go ahead and watch through these real quick with y'all, because obviously I'm sure these are gonna be showing some new items and mobs. Vine Whip and the Corrupted Seeds. They leaked a bunch of this stuff. And then there's the Ocelot Armor. That was an artifact that we have not seen before. There's a ton of new mobs too. And there's the whips here. The Vine Whip, or the Poison Whip or something. Corrupted Seeds, which was leaked. And it's an artifact. Oh, it might be the artifact that he used in the old video there. Which grow into spiky grapple vines, entangling and slowly draining the life of its victims. -4 briefly entangles mobs, poisons, entangled enemies, 20-second cooldown. Oh, that's not bad. 991 power level. Jesus Christ. And the Ocelot Armor, which we can't see any stats for, and they don't click on anything else, do they? No, they don't. It's just normal skeletons. And then we see some new mobs here. I completely forgot what these guys were called. I know that a lot of these mobs were leaked or just revealed in general. And then we also have another one. I want to close full screen. I don't want to be in full screen. Escape. Okay. And then there was another one down here that I have not seen yet. I don't know what this is, but we are going to watch it. Those are the new large type mobs. And those, let's see, pandas. Pandas, we believe, are going to be passive mobs. And there's also a panda set of armor, which I really hope we don't have to get from murdering these poor souls. But if it has to be done, it'll be done. Oh, that's, what is it? This is the new plant type mob, and it's kind of like the evoker. Not the evoker. The guy who spawns the pillars. I don't remember what his name was. The pillager that spawns the pillars, like the explosive pillars and the regular pillars that will fuck you over. So there's the Ocelot Armor, no armor, and then there's all the skeletons. Most of the skeletons will look like this. The jungle skeletons, and also jungle zombies as well. It looks like those guys have that kind of attack too. Yeah, those guys have that kind of attack too. And obviously, it's either a key or that is something else up there. Another kind of key-ish type system. Oh, they added watermelons. A chat on some watermelons. I mean, it's not really like a big thing, but watermelons are here. Now, I've got myself a little slideshow here of all the screenshots of the new mobs and items that are coming into the game. Obviously, I don't think I have all of the new items that are coming into the game, but it's possible that I do have all the items. And starting off with the passive mobs, we're obviously going to have the Parrot, the Panda, and the Ocelot. And then moving on from the passive mobs, we're going to have the MOSSY skeleton, which is just like the regular skeleton, but jungle theme. Jungle zombie, jungle theme zombie, nothing too special. We don't really know the damage on these guys, but we will obviously see that when the actual stuff comes out. And then we have the quick growing vine, which I believe is the evoker type, not the evoker type, but a stationary, like maybe a buff for zombies and stuff. Or all the mobs like the enchanters were. Not exactly sure about that. But then we have the poison quill vine, which looks like, you know, maybe it's something you run into, you take damage from it, or it might have been the thing that was spawning like the pillars that you can run into, and maybe those poison you. And then we have the whisperer, which is zombie, like a long-armed zombie-like, but it's got the little hat here, I guess, and the the big old face, big old smile. He might do like a long-range magic kind of attack, because in the video that we saw, it looked like he was doing some sort of magic, and obviously he had like the little box of vines, like vine pillars, as one of his attacks. And obviously we have the LEAPLEAF, which is similar to the redstone golem in the normal game modes. Thinking this might be, you know, kind of like that. The redstone golem bosses, not really bosses, but just like bigger enemies with actual health bars on the top of your screen. And then we have the jungle abomination, which is obviously going to be the final boss, because we can tell that it's the final boss because obviously in the screenshot for the actual map, you're running away from this dude. And then as well, you can see the little face. The face is very similar to the Enderman boss, which was the second stage of the actual boss fight for the regular game. And then moving on from the mobs, we have the corrupted seeds, obviously. And this is not the actual official version, apparently. This is a different version. But keep in mind that a lot of these screenshots for the items, none of the features are actually like completely confirmed. A lot of them make sense, but that doesn't mean that they have been confirmed by Mojang or whatever, or whoever made this. I don't even remember. I don't even remember. Microsoft, Mojang, yeah. But then obviously we're going to move on to the armor, which these stats probably aren't completely accurate. I think these have these, but I don't think they're going to have quite as much. And it's based off a black ocelot. And I assume that obviously, move speed would make sense if it's like a black ocelot. Because like I said, a lot of these make sense, but we don't have all of this confirmed by the actual developers. And obviously the ocelot armor, which is speed and dodge, which would make sense because ocelots are hella fast. And then vine whip, which was what you saw in the first video, or the first little teaser on their Twitter of them moving this into their inventory. It's obviously it's not. I don't think it's going to be a common. It's going to probably be a unique because it looks like a variation of the vine whip. And as we know, for all of the other uniques, they were variations of certain types of weapons. Like the soul bow is a variation of the normal bow, and the Mjolnir hammer, the lightning hammer, was a variation of the normal hammer. And obviously we have the regular whip, which you saw. And I doubt that this damage is going to be accurate in the actual game, but this is just here in the leaked screenshots on Reddit, Twitter, and other various sites. And then obviously here's what the map. This is what the map will look like, might look like. Most of this is just speculation, obviously, but it looks like this is where these names are confirmed. But the places that the little levels are actually starting, like the little swords, is not completely confirmed, but it looks like this is where it'll most likely be. And then obviously in the last one we had a bunch of extra levels on all of these levels. So here's the speculation of where they will actually be. Obviously there's the extra one at Dingy Jungle, and then the Panda Plateau one. Because on the Panda Plateau you see the little you can see the little entrance in here. That's either part of the normal level or it's like an actual, extra level, and as well as the little entrance here. But on the Overgrown Temple, there probably won't be an extra level, because on the normal game there was not one in the Obsidian Pinnacle, which was, the boss fight of the game. But other than that, that's all I have for today's video. I hope you all are excited for this update as I am, and I will hope to be playing it on the 1st.